Hello and welcome back to the channel of Major92, the Shaman of Gaming. I'm back, we're back, and it's back. It's the gun reviews from Modern Warfare 3. Today I'm bringing you the second assault rifle in the series. It's the 3-round burst assault rifle, the M16A4. So obviously this gun rather, has popped up in, other previous Call of Duty games. It's been in COD 4, it was in Modern Warfare 2, and now it's in this. And in this, I'd say it's probably the worst it's ever been. In COD 4, it's probably the best gun on the game. With the MP5, definitely the best assault rifle. And if you could use it, and you had pretty much had a good connection on Modern Warfare 2, it was also a beast of a weapon. And as I said in, I think it was my last gun review video, I've really struggled to get games with this. It's been really tough, and it's only until, I'd played enough with it trying to get games that I'd unlocked some of the, better attachments and proficiencies and what have you, that I was sort of able to get a few more games. I was quite frustrated, really. I had a really good game on Village Domination, I think it was, where I just absolutely beasted, and we got EMP'd during the game, and I was still picking people off from long range even without the dot, and yeah, that was a really good game, but it just didn't appear in my theatre for some reason. I've had it a couple of times and it's really frustrating, but yeah, I've got a game with this now. In this game I'm using the red dot obviously, and also rapid fire, which I think is pretty much a must on this weapon. Obviously 2 attachments. That's just obvious because I've got 2 attachments, but yeah, that's what I'd recommend actually, rather than anything. I've tried the ACOG as well, and as long as you know that you're not going to really run into people at closer range than the ACOG's powerful from, really, that's a good choice. But definitely the red dot on the rapid fire is the best combination of attachments on this. If you just want to run one attachment, I'd say, if you're comfortable with the iron sights, go for the rapid fire, because this fires so much slower. There's such a bigger gap between the burst than there ever has been before with this gun, in previous COD games. So rapid fire really does help it out. Like I said, if you're only running one attachment, if you're comfortable with the iron sights, go for the rapid fire. If you're not, just go for a red dot. It really does sort of improve your chances of a hit, and especially landing all 3 bullets, because it's got these 3-round burst weapons are really effective if you can land all 3 bullets from the burst. You can still get one burst kills with this weapon if you hit all 3 bullets, but it doesn't happen very often. And because there's such a gap between the 2 bursts, if you don't hit all 3 bullets, you're in big trouble, especially if you're from close range. So, as you can see in this game, you can call this camping if you want. I don't really mind. I just knew, I sort of played around with this weapon so much that I know exactly its strengths and where it really fails in comparison to the other guns. See, where that guy is there, if I'd gone steaming in there trying to go into the middle of the map, I would have got beasted over and over again. So what you really want to do with this weapon is sort of find a nice spot, hold it down, try and find like a nice head glitching spot on a long line of sight. I know there isn't that many on this game, but I find the spot that I'm in for the majority of this game is a really good one, because this map, I think it lends itself more to, it's actually quite close quarters, especially the centre of the map where the stairs are, and the top of the market area. So so you really want to find a power position for the M16. Really, that's the way you should really try and work it, and this long street underneath the sort of overpass is probably the best choice of a position to go and sit at. So I'd really recommend that. Just find a really long straight line of sight. There's plenty of maps that do it. Village, yeah, it's a good one, especially if you're playing domination, with the position of the flags, especially the B flag, because it's sort of on a bridge. It's got a bit of a longer line of sight. There's a nice rock right at the back of the map that you can sit near the market stalls. There's a big long lines of sight. Mission's another one that's got big long lines of sight. As long as you stay out the middle of the map, the M16 can be a good weapon for you if you're confident of your shot and you're confident of your connection. because I've always thought that 3-round bursts are more connection based than the other assault rifles, definitely, because you really have to have hit detection on point really to be able to get the most out of these weapons. So that is definitely how I'd recommend you use it really. Find a really good power position. I'm just trying to think of some other ones. Resistance is another good M16 map, as you've seen with my How to Be Happy video. If you watch that, I'm using the M16 for some of that, and that really works with the the big long staircase and there's long streets and all that sort of thing. So just find your position. Try and be confident of your shot, and make sure you're hitting at least 2 bullets from the burst. Because, like I said, I said earlier, if you don't hit all 3 bullets out of the burst, that you're probably in trouble. As you saw there with that double kill, I pretty much had to hit all 3 bullets, otherwise I was dead, 100%. But here comes a nice triple kill there with a Pred. But yeah, the thing with the burst weapons is, though, if you don't land all 3 bullets, if you land at least 2, it probably messes people's screens up a little bit more than the other assault rifles do. If you get hit by 2 bullets out of a burst fire weapon, it sort of really messes you up, and you're all over the place. So definitely this gun, I would say, rapid fire and red dot or ACOG is the best way to go. Find your position, find a long line of sight, head glitch, whatever. Find a really an advantage spot really, and you won't go wrong. And that's the end of the video. You can call it a campy game if you want, I don't mind, but that's the end of the video. I went 22-3 with 3 assists, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like the video and come back for the next one, which is the UMP45, and I've got an amazing video in store for that. Cheers.